weekend, another day of prepping for the garage build. We've got this last bed. Kaine's already come out and moved the top layer. He's currently down there, screwing it back together. Once we get this bed moved down, we can move the dirt down, and then we're gonna get the plants out of this bed and move them down there. I'm gonna relocate this old gate to that lower box that we're moving so that we can transplant all these sweet peas. Its nest. Ducks make nests high in trees. Let me show you. It's right there in the T of that tree. They've been flying in and out of there. There's another tree like that down the driveway that the ducks were flying in and out of yesterday. And my neighbor said that's their nest. I did not know. I mean, I know they're wood ducks, but I didn't know they made nests that high in the tree. There's the other one down at the base. See it right down there? Oh, walking around behind the carport. So funny. There he is. Oh. There it goes. So cool. We also want to see if we can try and transplant that apple tree, which might be difficult. Oh no, this one's definitely strapped itself on. Sorry, little. Oh, sweet pea.
Now for the fun part.
Yeah. At least the heavy part's downhill. Kaine is gonna take this tip of the pile you can see up here and relocate it down here. And then we'll also have somewhere to plant some of our natives that we have sitting on the patio. In the meantime, I'm going to fill this with a layer of pea straw and then a little bit more dirt. Just kidding, that's all the pea straw we have left, so I guess that means I get more dirt.
Probably close enough.
That's stable.
I'm going to move some more soil and then plant that thyme, the wandering thyme.
Okay, yay! We bought these carrots when we were buying plants to replace all of the brassicas and things that the bunnies had eaten up in the other bed, but then we actually didn't have space for them. So they've been sitting on the patio, and I know carrots don't really like to be transplanted, and they've been sitting there several weeks. So I'm gonna plant them in this space and see how they do. We'll see how many of those carrots actually survive, but we have all the carrots, we have some arugula, all of the sweet peas, spinach, beetroot. I think this is broccoli, Brussels sprouts in this row, and cabbage. Nice. Let's go see what Kaine's been up to. Weeding, apparently. More weeding. There's endless weeding.
OXALIS! OXALIS! Nothing but OXALIS!
It's terrible. When I first saw it growing last year, I was like, oh, that's pretty. It makes everything look green. Now we hate it. Because it takes over everything. So this is what he's been working on. This looks quite nice. Got some irises in the corner and a grass over here. And my one little crimson creeping thyme.
Because we could only find one.
Yes, and the nursery said they were going to order us more, but they never got back to us. So we'll check in the spring. But it's looking good. All that hard work we did last summer, though, is so weedy.
It'll all die off.
Yeah, hopefully the plants don't, just the weeds.
There.
Oh, that's probably okay.
And then this one, this little puppy up here.
Yeah, because that one stays pretty low, right?
Yep.
And then this little guy somewhere. Yes?
I carried my tools up the hill. You want to do me a favour?
Nope.
What if I said please?
I can come up. Are there any other plants we can put down here?
Yes.
All right, let's go see. This nasturtium is obviously happy.
Hopefully it gets enough sun here. But those lettuces are doing really well.
Yeah.
And all of the silver beet's doing really well. So
The lettuce doesn't need as much sun, although it looks like some of it is starting to bolt.
might have to cut that out.
Maybe not enough sun.
Cut it out, you.
The alyssum is happy, and the silver beet. There used to be kale and something else over here, but something has eaten it. More silver beet, fennel, lettuce, and last year's pansies, which are still doing something anyway, which surprises me. These two little ones ones that we could put down here.
Are they part shade?
They are, yeah, sun or part shade.
So like here?
Sure.
And over there somewhere?
Yep. Minutes. But we'll get one batch of mulch. That's a wrap for the day. We're a little sore from yesterday, but we're gonna keep moving all of the dirt and mulch down the hill.
Yeah, it is 8:42 a.m. Bit of a slow start
On a Sunday morning.
on a Sunday morning. And we get to move dirt.
And
Fun.
mulch. I'll move the mulch,
Oh yeah, that sounds fair. I'll move the mulch, how about that?
but only for a couple hours because once again, we're going to lunch with friends.
Friends want to see us. Ugh, it's so annoying.
Yay, I'm looking forward to that. This is the pile in question, or the two piles, since it's half dirt and half mulch. But that's the last thing I think we need to do before the landscaper comes on Tuesday. But we're moving it all the way down there. The joys of living on a hill.
Moving a bit slowly.
For the garage expansion, this part of the wall is going to have to get opened up so we can create a little drive around the garage. So we're going to relocate some of these, especially the ones that are natives. Like, I forget what this one's called, but this grassy thing is a native. And sorry, I just hiked up the hill. And back here and over there is a couple of native irises. So we're going to move some of those irises down right now and put them just past where the future path is going to be, around a rock that we have situated down there.
It's my bucket of iris.
So we're gonna just transplant them down here along this future pathway. Clump some here by the future stairs. Anyway, at least this way they'll survive instead of getting ripped out with the garage expansion.
And I'm just mulching so it doesn't look like I just, you know, chuck shit in the ground.
In the hard, rocky ground.
Oh, they're so cute. This is llama chicken. Is that right? Like,
Hello.
Oh, they see what's up. That's right. They're getting fresh feed.
Look who's back. Came out for a little sunshine with my coffee and I saw we had a visitor. Oh my gosh, there's 4 of them. Alright, this is the week. Our landscaper is coming this week to get started. He came last week and did a final walk around and is coming back to actually break ground this week. If you have not been following along, we got a bid for a custom garage build months ago and it came back at $226,000, which was definitely a lot higher than what we were planning on budgeting. So a builder friend of ours suggested that we get a metal kit garage and then just reclad it so it will look like what we wanted in our custom build, but for a significantly lower price tag. So that's what we're doing. But before we do the actual build, we are gonna get some landscaping done and prepare the site. So let me show you what our plans are. Last thing we need to do is move all the soil, that's why the trailer's here, from the last of the 3 garden beds that we moved. And then the rest is just going to be left for the landscape to work on, including he's going to dig up this apple tree for us. It's the only fruit tree we have at the moment that produces fruit, so we don't want to lose it. So we're going to move it down into the orchard somewhere. So first, that's the first step. And then the garage is going to be in roughly this area, but we're going to leave it, we're going to pull it away from the side of the property far enough that we can create a lane that goes down to the lower portion of the yard, which is going to require us to sort of cut back this wall. That will be shaped with some rocks. And then there'll be retaining walls that will account for the drop in elevation. The drive is going to come down along the fence line here. And then we are going to have a large water tank built into the side of this slope. And then the rest of the slope is going to be landscaped and terraced with large boulders and native plants. All of the current retaining walls and things will be taken out. We are really excited to finally get this project started. And if you're interested in seeing how it turns out, follow along. Thanks for watching. Area ready for our, oh my goodness. Called noisy miners for a reason. So if you're interested as well, follow along, see what happens. Kookaburra.